I said, hey, how much is your head worth to you? Essential or overkill? Let's talk some facts about motorcycle safety gear. Motorcycle safety gear is the most important factor when it comes to protecting you as a rider. Now, you may think you are the best rider since sliced bread, but at the end of the day, accidents do happen, and they are just that, accidents. So it's best to be able to protect yourself at all times. Now, we're going to talk in this video about, do you want to go high, or do you want to meet the requirements, or are you squidding out there? You know, which one are you? Let me know in the comments below. But we're going to talk about what might be best in any given situation. According to the National Highway Traffic and Safety Administration, motorcycle helmets are 37% effective in preventing fatalities and 67% effective in preventing brain injuries. So that lets you know right there, the helmet is the key piece of safety gear. There are all different types of motorcycle gear you can get out there, but as we discussed before, that helmet is number one, numero uno, because that's going to protect that melon in the case of any type of accident. But also, you have other things, like you have jackets to prevent you from, getting road rash on your arms and elbows and your upper extremities. And you also have, riding pants that's going to prevent you from, leaving your skin on the pavement. It's going to protect you in the key points like your hips, knees, and stuff like that. Main thing is preventing that road rash. Then you got riding gloves that you can get to prevent you from leaving your palm on the highway out there, because typically in a motorcycle accident, the first thing people do is brace for the fall. They're gonna put them hands down. So you gotta make sure that you got those gloves on. And of course, you got rider boots. And they're gonna try and minimize the impact in the worst case scenario that you go down. It's gonna prevent, breaking ankles. Not all of them will, but some of them will. Breaking ankles, any kind of damage to your ankles or your feet or anything like that. And some even protect your shins. Now, getting the proper jacket, even pants, or if you decide to go with a full suit, those things are geared to protect you on impact, and they should be resistant to abrasion just in case you go sliding across the pavement like a hockey puck. Now, when you're buying your jacket, make sure that you have a back protector that's at least a level 2 certification. I know some of them come with some type of foam from the factory. That's not going to do anything for you. It's just going to, it's going to peel up and scrape up and disintegrate the worst case scenario. But you want something to protect that back and that spine. So make sure you have at least a level 2 back protector in that jacket. You can buy the actual inserts for specific jackets and just drop them in there. Well, take the old one out, drop the new one in. So when I spoke about overkill earlier, like, do you guys think that when you see the guy coming down the street, they got the full leather suit on, they got the speed hump on the back of the suit, they got the racing boots, and they look like they're about to enter the next MotoGP race? Like, do you think that's overkill, or do you think that's enough to protect them, given the type of riding they do? And me personally, it's really based on what type of riding that you're doing. If you're just, daily riding to work or to school or wherever, and you're not really riding like canyon riding, I don't think you need all of that. I would get a nice jacket, have some nice pants, and some over the ankle sturdy footwear, as they say in the MSF course. But now, if you're getting out there and you're riding hard every day, you giving it 1,000% every day, then I don't think that's overkill, me personally. And also, it's your money. You can do what you want to do. But I'm just saying, optics, looking outside to in. But I'll tell you this, if you go down, I'm pretty sure there's never too much gear, at the end of the day, because you want to be protected on all sides, front, back, left, right, top, bottom. So given that, aspect of it, I don't think you can have too much gear. Some people like that look, though. Some people want to look like a MotoGP racer out there. Maybe it gives them, it gives them a boost of confidence, so to speak. But like I said, I think if you happen to go down, there could never be too much gear in that type of situation. We all know there can be not enough gear when you go down, because you see people leaving their DNA on the pavement out there when they, have accidents. So I don't think it's overkill, really. I think it's what you like and what you prefer. But in my opinion, cover the main components. Start with the head, get you a good jacket, get some gloves. Don't want to leave those palms on the street. Get you some decent pants and some riding boots. And I've also heard the conversation, oh man, they're wasting their money on buying all this gear and this and that. They spend all this money on this suit. They spent $3,000 on a race suit, it's just a waste of money. Hey, first of all, it's their money. So, they can spend it on what they want to spend it on. That's one place you don't want to cheapen out. Not in the gear department. There's always been the saying, well, not even a saying. I guess maybe I have a saying. But people are asking me like, hey, how much do you think I should spend on a helmet? What's a good price should I spend on a helmet? What's a good price for a helmet? I said, hey, how much is your head worth to you? That's the question. And mine is priceless. So I'm going to spend a nice chunk of change when it comes to a helmet. So don't cheapen out that department, because if you get a cheap jacket, God forbid you lay the bike down and you go sliding like that hockey puck, hey, it's gonna pull that jacket apart. So you want to make sure that the gear that you get are CE certified. My thing, at least level 2. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying you got to go for the gusto, but at least level 2. And the main thing is you have to make an informed decision based on your riding style, how you're going to be riding, where you're going to be riding, and that's going to dictate if it's, to me, if you're doing overkill. Like if I'm going out canyon riding, I want the full suit, the whole shebang. Or if I'm just running up the street, to a bike show or something like that, I'm not going to have all that on. I'm going to have some pants, jacket, helmet, gloves, and some boots. You have to look at what type of riding you're doing versus what you're wearing. Do I see people doing overkill? Absolutely. But at the end of the day, it's their prerogative, so I don't really care. But if you're new in the game and you want to know, like, do I need to go and buy the full Monty? Depends on your ride. But if you're new, more than likely you're not going to be GP racing, so you're not going to get the, need to go for the full Monty. I would just suggest you get the basics: helmet, gloves, jacket, pants, over the ankle sturdy footwear, as they say again in a motorcycle safety course. So myself, I do actually have racing boots. I like the way they feel. I like the way they look. I like the way my foot balances, the ball of my foot balances on the pegs with those boots, So that's as far as I went. I haven't done the full suit yet, although I'm going to start to get into drag racing, guys. So I'm going to need to get me a full suit. And with that in mind, I'm not going to get the, MotoGP suit with the knee pucks, because I'm not going to be knee dragging. Going to be drag racing, but not knee dragging. So I'm going to get the, regular leather suit, tops and bottoms and whatnot, that's geared for motorcycle drag racing. So you just make sure you think about what type of riding you're going to be doing, and you don't do the overkill. But once again, I'd rather see you do overkill than to not have enough on. So understand your riding type, understand what type of gear is going to benefit you the most. So that's my spiel for the day, guys. I appreciate y'all for coming along. Of course, it's your main man, Boots Rails. Don't forget to hit that like, comment, and subscribe buttons so you can be locked in for more content that I got coming here. We're going all over the place when it comes to motorcycle safety, and I also got a couple tips and, I don't want to say tricks, but tips and education on being a motorcycle content creator like I am myself. So until next time, it's your main man, Boots Rails. I'm out of here. Peace.